And hello internet, Lord Ozunu here. See, I recently found this YouTube channel that was talking a really controversial topic about the nunchucks, so I have to debunk him.
I have something important to say about the nunchucks, because ever since making my 2 videos, there's been quite a response from them, and some people have made response videos. And one in particular caused me to reconsider what I had said about them. And after listening to his arguments and thinking about it again, I have to say what I said about the nunchucks, that they were garbage, that was wrong. They're actually far worse. And I'm going to tell you exactly why.
Now you can see why I have to debunk his video. He clearly have no idea what exactly he are talking about, but from some reason he want to pass like some kind of expert. And of course, whenever is that kind of the context on the YouTube, I must debunk that and show the truth to the people, because truth will set you free.
Of the practitioners who demonstrate it and choose to create a professional opinion on them blame it on the weapon, when more times than not it's their crappy technique and misuse of the weapon that forms this odd opinion. As a practitioner of 16 years using a nunchuck,
this is bordering on what we would call the appeal to authority fallacy, meaning that only people with whatever arbitrary level of skill that I'm going to just decide based on myself, only people with that level's opinions are valid. And usually, it's not their skill or ability with the weapon, it's if their opinion aligns with the person criticizing it. This is what actually is the reality in this situation. It doesn't matter how much experience you have, okay? What matters is if you are stating something that is correct or not. Now, you can try and establish your opinion with experience in it, but it's absolutely not necessary. In fact, you can draw many valid opinions by listening to other people who do have vast amounts of experience in it. And also, you don't need to be a master in, say, the piano to be able to tell an awful, rendition if it's bad or not. To say that you need to be a master to be able to figure out if something is good or bad is a complete fallacy in and of itself. You can apply basic logical standards with zero experience in a weapon and draw a correct conclusion.
First time when I hear this, I didn't even know how to respond. Not because I didn't know what to tell, but because the amount of stupidity in this video was astonishing. I was there like,
that's it. I know exactly what I need to do. Fuck you, Joe!
You can say that a random person can have bigger knowledge than an expert based on their own personal opinions. Of course, opinions of the expert are based on the experiments and always is going to be a superior to the experience of the regular people. For instance, this guy can drive the car faster than all the other people, but not because his car is somehow magically superior to the all other car. No, that is because of his expertise in the field. He knows the way to drive it better than the regular people who basically drive the car all the time. Being the expert gives you a big advantage in the case of the sports in many cases. It's not just the driving, it's also playing the golf, for example. He don't have the magical stick in the hand that make him invincible in this sport. No, because of his experience he knows how to do it better than the other. That is why governments say trust the experts, not trust the opinion of the random guys on the YouTube. If that was the case, then we will live in the complete anarchy. A society that there will be no hospital or police or the organized government. Instead, when you get sick, you don't go to hospital, you use some magical crystal that would heal you up. Because why? Some person's opinion is that they are actually magical, so it must be true. As you can see, you can't base facts and reality on the opinions, or else the earth would be flat, not because some cosmology say so, but because a bunch of people have built the opinion about it. That's how pretty much he built up this argument at all.
The plain humble stick is probably on the lowest end of just the quality of weapons, yet the nunchucks, amazingly somehow, are actually would be below the stick in terms of effectiveness and like just utility as a weapon. And so Seriously, this is the issue, okay? It's not that nunchucks can't be used to a level of effect, it's why would you ever pick a nunchuck over other weapons that are so much better and less detrimental to the user? Like, seriously, there are so many other weapons that a stick is easier to find and get a hold of than nunchucks you actually have to make. You actually have to, like, actually damage a perfectly good stick, make it worse than what it was to make nunchucks. Why would you ever pick nunchucks when you had stick very good? Don't harm stick to make these crappy things. I mean, nunchucks, what are they if not just mentally disabled sticks? It's like, seriously, nunchucks are basically like a stick that had a stroke. Nunchucks are just sticks that are suffering from erectile stick function. And I mean, it does happen to 1 out of 5 sticks, so you have to be, you know. It is literally the stick that swings back at you when you use it. It requires 10 times the training, yet is half as useful as good old stick. It is the inbred, mentally disabled cousin of the mighty stick. That's what nunchucks are. Nunchucks, and I'm going to elaborate this further in the video, are utter garbage.
And for the rest of the video he basically started talking about how some other person fell on it, clearly because they didn't know how to use it, and not because they are flawed weapon. Not to mention the fact that he wanged the stick to infinity to be this invincible weapon. Let's see how it looks like when you fight the professional fighter, when you have the nunchucks on the one hand. They aren't predictable. The opponent don't know where exactly and in what way you are going to hit them. That is what gives you a big advantage in the fight. On the other hand, the sticks are in the one position. They are easy predictable weapon, and not to mention the professional martial artists can easily deal with them, as you can see in those kind of videos. But as we could expect from the guy that is expert in the medieval weapon, he doesn't clearly know anything about the weapon that came from the Far East. He clearly is more focused on the weapon from the West ancient history. If you know anything about the ancient weapon that was used in the past, they were used in the wartime, in the time of the battle, that is kill or be killed world, and in those kinds of weapon nunchak pass very good, so clearly they are effective weapon. He just don't know how to use them and then blame the expert because they try to force their opinion or something like that. That's clearly American thing, because they are too lazy to learn how to use martial arts. They want everything instant, they don't want to wait in any case. Anyway, that is pretty much what I have to say in this video. Hope you like this video, hope you learned something, and see you next time. Lord Zunu is out.